Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 23rd, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody had a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, the goddamn weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at these storm systems here moving across the country. You can see here we have one moving across the portions of the Ohio River Valley, portions of the Pennsylvania and New York State area. Also up here around Michigan, the Great Lakes region, also in the portion of Minnesota, that's moving into Canada. We got a trailing cold front stretching all the way back to portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, back into Louisiana and the Texas. Got a little batch of precipitation behind that cold front that will continue to push on off to the south and east. Another storm system here moving into the Pacific Northwest over to Montana, to Wyoming, to Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. A little bit of scattered activity over California and Nevada, and a little bit over portions of Utah as well. Scattered activity down there across portions of South America, and more activity in the Eastern Pacific. But you can see this moisture here continues to funnel into the northwestern U.S. This here activity here is slowly trying to push along that subtropical jet, and it should affect Mexico and then maybe push on into these portions of the southeastern U.S. and maybe later on down the road, maybe through the Gulf of Mexico and then on out to the Atlantic coastal waters. So let's give you a heads up on this here activity here. Continue, like I said, continue to push on off to the northeast. I'm expecting it probably to affect Mexico here probably in the next, probably around Monday or Tuesday. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, make sure you subscribe, and tell anybody who want to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, tell them to make sure they smash that subscribe button as well if they like these daily forecast updates from my forecast channel. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. We got some snow up here in northern Maine, stretching back into portion of Lake Superior. Also over toward northern Michigan region as well, Wisconsin. Mixed precipitation from portions of Michigan to Lake Huron, over toward Pennsylvania, back over to Maine. Also New Brunswick, the coastal waters. Got some freezing rain possible from Maine and Vermont to New Hampshire to New York State to Massachusetts, Connecticut, southern New York State as well. Shower activity along the coastal waters, stretching back into New Jersey, DC, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, down to portions of West Virginia, northern North Carolina. Got thunderstorms and showers for the remainder of North Carolina through South Carolina, Georgia, all the way down to Louisiana, portions of Texas, including portions of South Florida, including the coastal waters of the Atlantic, northern Gulf. We even got some mixed precipitation in Minnesota through the Dakotas, also in the portion of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington State. Shower activity in Washington, Oregon State, also in the Idaho, portion of Montana region as well. A few pockets of snow showers over in portions of Colorado regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, here's your Tuesday forecast now. As you can see, we got mixed precipitation up around New Brunswick, southeast Canada, from Maine to New York State to Lake Huron, portion of Lake Superior, northern Michigan, portion of Pennsylvania and West Virginia. More mixed precipitation from northern Illinois to Wisconsin to Minnesota to the Dakotas, South Canada, and also more mixed precipitation over here in portions of Wyoming to Montana, right along the Canadian-U.S. border. Got some shower activity over here in Washington State, also northwestern Oregon and the Pacific Ocean. Shower activity from portions of Iowa to Illinois to North Carolina to D.C., Delaware to New Jersey to Rhode Island, Atlantic coastal waters. Thunderstorms and showers from Oklahoma to Texas to Arkansas to Louisiana, then again from southeast Alabama to the Florida Panhandle to the Big Bend area of Florida, southern Georgia, much of Florida, Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, and the Atlantic coastal waters. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map of your location across the nation. Okay, should be coming up. Here we go. Alrighty, we got winter weather advisories for portions of Maine, down in portion of New Hampshire, Vermont, portions of Connecticut, also Boston area, also portions of New York State, Pennsylvania, over to Michigan, also northern Michigan, Wisconsin, also Minnesota with winter storm warnings in the pink there as well. We got wind advisories stretching up here from portions of South Dakota, Minnesota to Iowa to Kansas, Nebraska to Illinois, Indiana. Also, we have a little bit in portions of western New York State. Wind advisory there as well. Thunderstorm watches in effect for central Texas, Louisiana, to portions of Arkansas, much of Mississippi, portions of Alabama. Tornado watches for the remainder of the area. This includes northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, southwestern areas of Kentucky, and southeastern Missouri. Even got some severe thunderstorm warnings in portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, also into portions of Kentucky, Alabama region as well, and also Tennessee. Still got special weather statements up here in areas of West Virginia to North Carolina, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, much of Georgia, much of South Carolina. That's for fire weather concerns. A little bit in western North Carolina into western Virginia, some red flag warnings there. Also more in portions of Missouri, also in the portions of Kansas and Nebraska and southeastern areas of South Dakota. High wind warnings in effect for portions of southeast Wyoming, portions of Montana. Avalanche watches are in effect for northwestern Montana. We've got one county there with a winter weather advisory in central Montana. Avalanche warnings are in effect for areas of west Washington State, northern portion of Oregon, and also hydro issues over portions of Nevada. Alright, small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine to the South Carolina coast. Then again from southern Florida to areas of Washington State. Central and South Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Central North got some high surf warnings around the island and gale warnings as well. Same around the Alaska region. Right there you see that little purple area there. Winter weather advisory. Southwestern Alaska freezing spray warnings are in effect. Alright, Storm Prediction Center. This is for today, for the remainder of today and tonight. You can see we had marginal risk of severe weather from Shreveport over to Birmingham, Alabama, Chattanooga, Tennessee, over to Bowling Green, Kentucky, also to Evansville, Indiana. Then we got slight risk from Austin to Waco to Lupkins to Shreveport to Jackson to Greenville to Memphis, Jackson, and also Nashville, Tennessee for a slight risk. And the general thunderstorm from Houston all the way up to Columbus, Ohio. The tornado probability through tonight, 5% in the brown. This includes Greenville to Memphis to Jackson, Tennessee area, Jackson, Mississippi, you included. From Bowling Green to Shreveport to Alexandria to Lupkin, 2% risk for a tornado in your region. Damaging winds, you can see 5 and 15% in that same vicinity. Large hail, pretty much same outlook from San Antonio to Evansville, Indiana, and then a marginal risk from Austin to Nashville, Tennessee. Alright, let's move on to day number 3, which is your Monday. Day number 2, excuse me, which is Monday. Getting ahead of myself. But here's day number 2. Alright, we got general thunderstorm from southeast, just southeast of Raleigh to Wilmington, you're included. Charlotte, Columbia to Charleston to Columbus to Savannah to Jacksonville, over to Alexandria, Louisiana. Also around San Antonio, Texas. We have general thunderstorm. Then we have a marginal risk from New Orleans to Dalton to Tallahassee and Mobile, Alabama, you included. The tornado probability looks like this: 2% along the Gulf Coast, stretching into southwestern Georgia. Take a look at the damaging winds. Pretty much same locations from Louisiana to Georgia, and the large hail, pretty much same location from southeast Louisiana to southwestern Georgia, including the Florida Panhandle. Alright, let's take a look at the European model. I'm going to show you some of this activity, what the radar will look like. This is from the European. Snow over portions of southeast Canada. There's that trailing cold front stretching through Tennessee down to Louisiana. More activity out west there as well in Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and Montana, with some rain and snow mixture there as well. Alright, but let's move forward in time. You can see that line of showers kind of starts dwindling down, kind of losing intensity. 5 a.m. Monday morning. You can see shower activity from Pennsylvania to upstate South Carolina back into areas of South Louisiana. Snow still breaking out around Michigan and the Great Lakes region, also in the portion of New York State as well. You can see that line continue to move more to the east, and it moves through the Central Carolinas and continue to push southbound from there. By 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. All the activities out to sea. You see a little clipper system around Kentucky. Let's see. That's going to continue to just kind of meander around in that area there. May bring a few showers to portions of western North Carolina, but pretty much dry for the remainder of the area. Just scattered activity there as well. This goes all the way out to Thursday. Look dry pretty much for most of the area. And we continue to go forward. We got another little storm system here in Texas. According to the European. Let's see what we get here. Okay. If this here verifies, we'll be looking at maybe a winter storm, maybe some icing event over here in portion of Minnesota through northern Wisconsin, stretching over into portion of southeast Canada, maybe around portions of Vermont, northern New York State, and also into Maine. May get some snow there as well. Maybe another chance of severe weather coming up, maybe around the 30th of March, before we head into April, according to the European. But you can see pretty much across southeast Canada, pretty much you can get a winter storm in your vicinity. Just scattered showers expected elsewhere. This is March 31st across the northeast all the way down into portions of the Gulf. Alright, well, I'm not going to go no further than that. That's about 7 days out. So, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care. Make sure you subscribe, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.